Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a how-to video on how my son Zach is going to learn how to use an airbrush with the Gaahleri Serenair and Gaahleri 36 airbrush. It's a kind of a combination kit that they sent out to try. I've been using it now for about a month and I really like it. I love the compressor. So, with just the quick guide and learn how, he's going to go through that. He's going to spray some water, he's going to spray some paint, and before it's all said and done, I think he'll be able to actually airbrush a kit. Today, we're just going to do spoons and just get used to everything and get used to mixing the paint. So, I'll be talking him into how to mix the paint and everything, and then he's going to go ahead and go ahead and do it. But he'll start off with water and going straight through the quick guide. So let's go over to the booth and see how good this goes.
You can just edit it out, whatever's wrong. Oh, okay. Well, so I got the handy quick start guide with me from Gaahleri, so we're going to see how easy this actually is. So how to use. Connecting power. Place the air compressor on a flat surface, securing it with the suction cups at the bottom. Install the tool holders as needed. See, there's some suction cups there. So I'm going to put it to where it's supposed to go. There we go. Connect the power supply. That's simple enough. Power supply is connected. Connect the airbrush. The airbrush is already connected. Attached to the airbrush. There we go. Good. That's all connected. Buttons and indicator lights. Red is off. Purple is on. Shows it right on the compressor. It's easy enough. Setting the pressure. That looks pretty easy. Whichever one of these is lit is what your pressure range is. Okay, so now we're at the step where we're going to add paint. I've never done this before, so I was told that I should probably use water first, which is a good idea so I don't screw this up. So I got a whole bunch of water over here. I'm going to fill this up a little bit with water. Put this cap back on. Turn on the air compressor. Get this out of the way. And it says here to begin to spray, you push down for air. There's air. And then you pull back to spray. Yep, I saw some stuff come out. Cool. That's pretty straightforward. So let's see how this does. Look at that. That was super easy to do. Let's see if I can do a smiley face here. Yay, we're happy. All right, I got this at about 21 psi for my pressure here. It seems like it's spraying great. Let's see what happens if we turn this way down here. Just go from 15 and work our way up. Oh, wow. You can really get in nice and tight with that if I want to. The throttle on this is super easy for how much paint I want coming out. This is ridiculously easy to use. And when it comes to light bulbs, I'm usually a wet match in a dark cave when it comes to things like this, but this is super easy. Yay, smiley face. This is awesome. Thought I was going to need more practice over here. I think I'm ready for some paint. All right, so we're going to do this Tamiya color acrylic paint, gunmetal color. Sounds really cool. I think I should probably mix this before I do anything. Whoa. Yeah, here we go. Wow. All right, let's see if I can do this without wearing too much of this. There we go. Looks all nice and mixed like. Let me get this out of the way. So luckily I have someone that's done this once or twice here with me to tell me how to mix this. I'm going to start out with 2 parts of Tamiya's paint here.
For every 10 drops, you should have a drop of retard.
Get all of that out of there. There we go. And then I was advised for the retarder here to put about 16 drops in. Now, math was not my strong suit in school, but I think I can manage 16 drops. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There we go. Put the rest of that back in there. So, we got that closed up. Oh, we do not have this one closed up. Let's close that one up. Don't feel like turning this into a modern art piece in here today. And then we add thinner in until it turns into a milky, like a milk consistency. So luckily I have a human cheat sheet that told me it's about a 2-to-1 with this. So I'm going to try maybe a little bit less than a 2-to-1 on there. See what happens. Close that up. Let's mix this up, see how it looks.
And don't forget to suck it into your pipette so you get all that mixed in there too. Because that can show up thick. And you don't expect it because when you pour it into the camera.
All right, there we go. It's nice and mixed up. Let's see what it looks like running. Doesn't look too shabby. Maybe a little thick. Might add a couple more drops of thinner on here. See how it comes out. All right. Chemistry wasn't my strong suit in school either, so.
Neither was counting.
Let's see how this looks now. Doesn't seem like I did anything when I added that, so I'm going to add some more. The devil's in the details. We don't start out right, we're not going to get a good result. Well, let's see how this goes.
I was going to put me on there for a second. I'll have to edit that part out. It's backwards. Forgot to flip.
All right, there we go. It's mixed pretty good. Let's see how she comes out. That's looking a little better.
Don't look at me. I'm just sitting here watching.
Yeah. I'd say that looks pretty good there. Moment of truth here. Moment of truth. Let's see how this comes out here. Don't need this anymore, hopefully. Don't need this anymore. Make a nice clean work area for these spoons that I'm going to be painting. Get some down in there. Fill the cup up. There we go. Feel like I'm doing serious chemistry here, even though I'm just mixing paint. One last sip of water before we get started. Now you can either leave this off or put it back on. I'm not going to be doing any kind of weird fancy angles, so I'm just going to leave this off here. Here we go. Helps to start the compressor. That was part of the guide. So let's see here. Air. I'm on 19 psi for this. Let's see how it does. Look at that. It's changing color. This is awesome. Sweet. A nice little base coat there.
Tell him I told you to put it on as light as you can first.
So I have a pretty good instructor for this who told me that you should put a light coat on first and then go on with like a meteor coat, and then you make a wet coat afterwards and you go from there. So as instructed, there is a nice light coat. Now let's add a little bit more. Dang, this is super easy. Super easy to get started with this. Now it's going to take years or decades before I can master it. But, you know, for someone that's never touched an airbrush before or can barely spell airbrush, I think this is coming out okay. So we got the peanut gallery over here saying there's no stripes. He's pretty impressed with it. I'll bet if I turn the light on in here, you're going to see a little bit of stripage. But let's actually check it out. Oh, let there be light. That doesn't look too bad. So now, so that y'all don't go blind over here, I'm going to turn this back off. And I'm going to put a third coat on, which is supposed to be like a wet coat, which basically covers it all and keeps the whole thing saturated. So let's see how it goes. Look at that. I can see myself in here. Holy crap. Wow. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but there's my ugly mug. Hi, self. It's really cool. This is so easy to do. It'll make it to where I'd be super happy with this. Dang. That's impressive.
I told him I said to do another spoon.
So, all right, try another spoon. I'm being told. I'll do another spoon super light. All right, here comes spoon letter 2. So nice light coat to begin with. Nice light coat. Well, it looks like I missed some stuff there, but that'll be all right. Yeah. I'm not going for any blue ribbon stuff here right now.
Tell him I'm telling you right now that I'll show you how impressive Tamiya paint is and how nice that thing atomizes.
The master is telling me that he's going to show me how awesome Tamiya paint is and how nice it atomizes, whatever that means.
Airbrush atomizes the paint.
How nice this airbrush here, this Gaahleri Classic CS36, atomizes the paint.
Blast it.
Blast it, he says.
Yeah, hit it hard like you would the last coat.
All right.
Turn your pressure up to about 21.
Turning my pressure up to 21 here and just blasting this.
Like you do your flip.
Let's see how this goes.
Half overlap. Half overlap. I'll go right back up. Nope, from the bottom up. Just like you did. I'll turn that brush sideways. Or turn the spoon sideways. This way.
That's impressive.
And hit it again right now. All flat. Overdo it. Like that. Bring that up.
Wow. So that's with me being a complete Neanderthal with it, and you're still getting fantastic results. I'm impressed with that. That looks really good. Yeah, I can see my bald self in there. Look at that. That's awesome. Jeez. Can you see yourself in there? Probably not, because you're behind a TV screen right now, or a computer monitor, or a cell phone. There we go.
It's that easy.
That is super easy.
If you mix the paint right, it'll flow right.
Oh, and I ruined it because I touched it with the other spoon. That's all right. We're not going for anything super fancy here. I'm painting spoons so I can eat something later.
All right. Mr. Expert thinks that he can spray pretty good now. I got him. I got him an old Prowler model kit that I'm going to have him spray the body on it just to see the difference between spraying a spoon and spraying a car body and how you have to kind of get everything to blend in together. So he did pretty good on way better than I thought he was going to do on the spoons. Let me put this too. He works in the maintenance field, so he's used to doing really close in stuff. So being able to do those lines and stuff kind of just falls in line with that. But he is a hammer mechanic, just like his old man. Anyhow, I'm going to get you back over to him. He's going to try to spray a Prowler body, and this might be fun.
All right, well, I don't know why he trusts me to spray this, but I'm going to do my best here.
I'm going to tell him to spray under here first and all the undersides, and inside around here to get all these edges first. The first coat, and then do it just like that on everything.
So you want to get down here so it blends nice and even, so that you have nice lines and you're not leaving exposed. So you're not leaving anything exposed there. So you want to. All right, let's see how it goes. Yeah, this is definitely an art more so than it is a science. All right. All right, well, I completely butchered doing the inside. Now I'm going to get my first coat on here. I am screwing this all up. But that's okay. How else am I going to learn, right? A lot more surface area here. There's that side. I got the top. Now I gotta get this side. I could see how this could be almost therapeutic, though, to somebody who actually knows what they're doing. But right now, I feel like a wet match in a dark cave when it comes to light bulbs. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but we'll see how it comes out. So there's my first coat. As you can see, it's a complete travesty. So, here we go with a second one. All right, well, there's my second coat. It is all some shade of gray. It's not an even shade, but I'm very happy with those results for never messing with one of these before. I am ecstatic. Well, I'm going to put this down, add a little bit more paint to this before I get my final coat in. Since this is the one that I really want to douse it in paint. Yeah, bubbles. So, since this is going to be the third coat that I do, I turn my air pressure up a little bit so I can get more coverage on it, and we'll see how this goes. So, this is the one where I really want to get into it. There we go. Tell you what though, for someone that's never done this before, I'm extremely impressed with the results that I'm getting on this. I'm happy with them, and that's all that matters to me. So, you can tell me how bad I am at this, how I'm completely botching this awesome kit, but I'm happy with how it's going. I'm trying to keep a 50% overlap on this while I'm going through so that I get an even coat over the whole thing. It's a lot harder to do than it sounds. Trying to keep a nice steady hand and nice consistent straight lines. Taking my time and enjoying myself. That's what it's all about, is finding something that you enjoy doing, where it's an escape from whatever you got going on so you can enjoy life and have fun. Now I'm getting the top side so that there's no weird lines on anything. Make sure I get that remove sign really well painted. And now I'm gonna blast the crap out of my hand. But that's alright. Alright, I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and see how it comes out. Wow, I can see myself in that. Every time I see myself in here, I'm impressed. That's awesome.
All right. Before he does his last coat, I want to show everybody a few things of what he was doing that I didn't say anything about, but I really wanted to. Like when he was doing this section here, he did okay, but I would have rather come straight at it this way instead of it across at the angle. That would give me a good on top of it coat, and then come right around and done the same thing up top here, and then sprayed this, because what he did is he sprayed the side, then he came back up over the top, and all that overspray came right down on that fresh paint. So that's where you're going to get a little bit of, oh, I'm going to have to rub that out. That and the back, and I didn't say anything, but the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got a little bit of zebra in it, which I'm telling you what, I'm serious, man. I'm a proud papa right now because this is acceptable. Way better than the first time I airbrushed, I'll tell you that. And literally, that's the difference between using garbage and using Gaahleri. It does make a huge difference. And that's why I love working with this company. They're just really, they've got it down to a science, and they're for us. But with this back, he came across it this way every time. And I just told him, I says, do all the top, do all the bottom, then do your sides, and then for this coat, go this way with it, and that'll help get rid of that zebra stripe, because everybody's kind of trained rat, and your hand moves the same, so you're going to end up getting the same gap all the way around. And I do the same thing, but I'm telling you, I'm impressed as heck. He wants to do one more coat on this. We'll let him do it, and then we'll bring you right back.
All right, here we go. I'm going to try one more final coat on this, see how it comes out. So we'll see how it goes. There's the bottom. There's the top. And now the last time when I did the top up here, I came and I did it this way. So next time I'm going to try it this way. Or, well, I guess it'd be this time, wouldn't it? So,
Remember,
I did do this one.
arched. So as you're moving that brush, you want to follow the arch with this hand.
You got to come with it this way.
Come in and out of the arch. That way it doesn't go back and forth with your distance. Keep the distance of the brush the same.
Well, like the master says, keep the distance the same. All right, now I'm ready for this side. All right. Now, let's do the other side. I am super happy with that.
It's different than this one.
So, I would say that I would be happy with this if I was actually going to be building this model, but definitely a lot more difficult than doing a spoon, that's for sure. Here's the last spoon that I did compared to this. All in all, I'm happy. Gaahleri made this to where it's almost foolproof to be able to get any kind of results that you want, and it just comes back to how much experience you have doing this. I have 20 minutes of experience, and these are the results I'm getting, so that is incredible. So, there we go. Thank you, Gaahleri, for making this super easy for me. So, probably going to need a little bit more practice before I get into the Dodge Viper that I'm planning on doing. So, but all in all, this was awesome.
All right, I got an idiot for a son, but I just put my visor on to take a good look at this, and the reason is because of how much paint he was dropping and how slow he was going. I thought for sure that metallic would start pushing, but it didn't. It definitely is going to need rubbed out, but I think this could be rubbed out and clear coated and really look freaking good. um, it is. Now I admit that this is I had them do the gunmetal first because it's kind of a forgiving paint. You saw my gloss black and how I completely screwed that up. I was able to save it, but I screwed it up, and it was my fault. I wasn't adding enough retarder. We added a little bit more retarder, well, a lot more than what I usually do. I was usually only putting 3 or 4 drops in for a pipette. Now I'm doing, what'd we do? 16.
I can count.
And it flows now, and it lays down flat. But look at the shine on that. For the first time, and literally that's the first time he's ever messed with an airbrush. So from the water, as soon as I saw him doing the water, I was like, well, this is going to be fun. And it was, because he did great. So we'll get him in this thing I'll let it sit for a few days, and I'll show him how to rub it out. And then that didn't come out right. I'll show him how to use the rubbing compound on this to smooth it out. And we'll get a clear coat on it and go from there. But he did real good. And that's, I mean, that Gaahleri airbrush, the way the needles are set up and the way that compressor.
That compressor's
Isn't that
awesome.
nice?
That's
I
so easy.
I literally put my other compressor
easy.
on the shelf, and I'm just using this Serenair now because it's so easy to just push button and adjust instead of looking over the top of it and turning the knob, and I can go from high to low real fast while I'm cleaning, which I like doing because when I put that thing up against my finger and I go with a low pressure, and then for high pressure I put it in the knob and pull the trigger and I clear the cup out a lot faster. But first time. He did great. Now I got to teach him how to clean it the way I want it cleaned. So we'll let you go. Thank you very much for watching. I have no clue how long this is, but it's long enough to do that. So, and I'll put the clear coated picture down when he gets it done in the community page at the bottom. I'll put it on there as a picture so everybody can see, and maybe you'll put a red stripe on that, huh?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll go from there. All right. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for hanging around. Thank you, Gaahleri, for the opportunity to even try messing something up that we couldn't. And we'll go from there. So thanks a lot, guys. Y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. Thanks again for watching.